put on the Jets, the coach regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time, be humble.
Okay, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us roughly midway between Boston and Providence. Everybody knows it as Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the New England Patriots. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Ready, ready. Mike, 20. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Go. Hey, Delta. Mike, 20. Right up.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence. It's complete. It's Miller. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Hey, Charlie. Hey, Jet Mike.
Operating from the gun. Lawrence. Man open. That's Kiki QT complete. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
51's the mic. 51's the mic. You remember? Hey, Sam off. Let's go, baby. Jeff, let's go.
Throwing on 1st down. Lawrence. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Yo, faster!
2nd and 6. Setting up the screen for Miller. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. And that will be incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in.
Boy, the run on 1st down, a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. 2nd and 15. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away, because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Get your swarm off.
Ready? On 1st down, Lawrence. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Now! Stay at home. Stay at home. Stay at home. Hey, orbit.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. He completes this into the hands of Miller.
Good job, D. Good job.
Get him 9 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down, Lawrence trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
That goes for a gain of 31.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape, because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
60 outlaw. Hard, hard. Switch. Kill. Turn up. Now. Kill. Jab.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting him a few yards.
What you got, Heavy? Give me five. Jump.
And he is in. Touchdown, New England. As his guys are in for 6, and the Patriots have taken the lead.
This is similar to baseball, where you walk the leadoff hitter and you don't expect him to come around and score. Almost impossible. Anytime a defense has to defend a short field, you usually end up seeing the result we saw, giving up points.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 5. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
First down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Get that ball. Shoot.
Recon, 132 fighter.
He's checking. Crash. Hey, watch it.
From the gun, Lawrence. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots.
That's 6, baby.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Mike 20. In the face. Mike 20. Come on. You better bring it.
Hey, seam 6. Hurry. Get it.
2nd and 13. Got an open man. It's QT.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
The Texans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A great return there of 22 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over.
Ready.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Now they air it out to start the drive, and it's complete. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. A big play there for New England. 43 yards.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that will make this a 19-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On 1st and 10, Lawrence. He finds McKinnon, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First down, Texans.
Check, Mike 57, Mike 57. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
General West. Hey, Alpha. Yep.
You got Ocean Man. You got Ocean Man right there.
From the gun, Lawrence. Open man is QT, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Check. 3 down.
On first down now, a run with McKinnon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Patriots'
30
37-yard
base.
line.
To throw on second down, Lawrence. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great. And they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
Hey, high 7. Let's go.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. It's a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Mike 20. Record.
Hey.
Mike 20. 3 buzz. Everyone, Mike 20. Let's go, defense. Here we go.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. The Texans send the punter out as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They begin with Michelle on the ground, and he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. A loss of 2 there, second down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Strip that ball.
Now.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game. And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it. So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13.
Mike 20. Tackle.
Hey, Echo. Ready?
Back to throw. Lawrence. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage.
Ready?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Bravo.
Mike 20. Hey, let's get some penetration here.
Say go.
From the gun, Lawrence. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. A big play there on the catch and run. 51 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
Throwing on 1st down. Lawrence. This is Miller. Complete. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Lawrence. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. Back to throw. Lawrence. Throw left side complete to QT. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. On 4th down, Lawrence. That's complete right around the 8. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Hey, Orbit. Look at me. Go.
Looking to throw. Lawrence buying time to his left. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. From the gun on third down, Lawrence. He's got it. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. They come out here in the eye. They converted once earlier on this opening drive, but now comes a big test. 4th and goal. They'll go with Foreman, and he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Patriots get the football back.
Come on,
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Yep.
41's the mic. Watch a slap. Watch a slap.
Go.
Watch a slap. Hey, 4-1's Mike. 4-1's Mike. Let's go, D.
Hey.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29, and it's a touchdown.
That's a takeaway. Now that's a takeaway. That's how the defense scored points.
And now they'll elect to go for 2 and try to cut into this lead a little further before they head to the locker room. It's complete to Fuller, and he will get into the end zone. So a perfect finish to the half. They get the touchdown on the final play, and 2 more for good measure. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Again, it's Michelle. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That one good for 13 at a New England first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now a play fake here on first down. And Philip Dorsett hauls it in. 25 yards that time.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
Go. 60 outlaw. Hey, Alpha. Look at me. Zipper. Look. Squeeze. You're out.
Hey, Tony. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Wait.
Five.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he gets it.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. A call at luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing they're calling it now, how about? They don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And the kick by Elliott is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
57's mine. Here I come. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Get it.
Looking to throw on second down. Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is really be able to bounce back in the next one, because right now, this has not been his game.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Lawrence, flush to his right. He may try and run for this. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Here's Dorsett. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Texans scoop it. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer, and put your defense in a bad spot.
57's the mic. Watch 57. Here we go. Here we go. You go tight. You got tight.
Yes, yes.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
49. Check 49. Check 49.
Hey, alert 3. Alert 3.
Ready, ready.
On 1st down, Lawrence. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now a pass, and it's complete to QT. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan 1st down.
It's a gain of 10. First
On the
down,
double.
Texans.
57's the mic.
Watch the slash.
6-6. Pull it high. Be careful. Be careful.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence. Now they go screen, it's complete. No gain on the screen there, it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Hey, Charlie.
Mike's 57. 57's Mike. It's been a long day for you. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Mike.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. He wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield, and it almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
4 down, 4 down, 4 down.
Everyone like now.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And he'll find QT on the right side complete. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
5.
On 4th down, Lawrence flushed out right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
2nd and 3. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack.
Bravo.
A 7-yard loss brings up 3rd down.
Shoot.
Back to throw here. He's going to float this one deep right side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A big play there. 88 yards. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Texans on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Lawrence. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Go.
Ricky.
Hey, Mike,
Go.
Throwing on 1st down. Lawrence. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Go.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Hey, Orbit. Defense.
To throw again. Lawrence. And he's got Fuller. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This will be 3rd and 5. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off around the 37. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now.
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. In for the score. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Elliott good on the extra point, and that will bump the lead up to 26. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic. Let's get the ball.
Hey.
Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic. You must be dreaming. Check, 93's the mic. Let's go.
Second down and inches. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
And the Texans first down.
Get him.
On first down, Lawrence. And he's got his man on the out route. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. A 9-yard pickup, just 1 yard away from 3 consecutive first down plays.
45-yard line.
Second and 1. Thomas has got it, complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Complete to Jordan Thomas.
Ready?
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Looking to throw it. Lawrence. He gets it to Thomas. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
First down, Houston.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a catch made by Hopkins. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Second and 5. That's caught. It's Thomas. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. From the gun on third down, Lawrence. He's got the lane, and there he goes. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big pickup of 38. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Ready?
50 seconds to Mike.
Get that.
80 weapons. Fight.
A shotgun handoff now to Miller. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
At the 33-yard line.
Set. 18 Gator.
Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
Hey, Delta.
Let's 57's Mike. And we're pretty quiet, D.
Let's go.
To throw on second down. Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Go on. Look at me. Zipper. On the ball. 2.
On 4th down, Lawrence. He's going to let it fly. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted. The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
Ready.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to...
And this will be caught at the 30. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play. So it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final action in this ball game. So we had action to the very end of this one. The score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't